I am not a financial advisor. I am not an expert. I'm just a reader. This video could prove to be a great success in the next few years, or it could prove to be a big failure and take away from my credibility as an investor. But regardless, this is why I haven't and will not be investing in crypto anytime soon. So the first reason I think is quite honestly because I do not understand crypto or the blockchain technology. I do not feel comfortable enough to analyze the different offerings and the different coins to see which ones I like and which ones I think have a future. Whereas in terms of investing, I do understand business more or less and can have a stronger opinion on different businesses. In his biography, Snowball, Warren Buffett mentions that he never invested in anything that he didn't understand. Even though Bill Gates was probably his best friend, obviously he was the CEO of Microsoft, founder, he never invested in it because he did not understand software and what the internet was about. Even though Bill Gates tried to explain to him many times what Microsoft did, he just didn't understand it and felt safer investing in businesses that he did understand and that he knew how to manage. So yeah, I mean, technically he missed out on an opportunity in investing in Microsoft, but honestly, I'd say he did pretty well by following his gut and just investing in what he understood. The second reason why I'm not gonna be investing in crypto for now is because a lot of the conversations I've had and the things I've seen come from people that I believe are speculators. And so first, it's important to note what the difference between a speculator and an investor is. I think Ben Graham puts it perfectly in his book, Intelligent Investor. He divides people that put money into assets into investors and speculators. He then divides investors into two categories, being active investors and passive investors. Passive investors is probably what I do, which is just invest passively every month on a bundle of stocks that captures the whole market and just get a nice conservative 7 to 10% return annually. Active investors, on the other hand, are people that just dedicate their whole days and basically their whole lives to trying to understand the market, analyzing companies, trying to find undervalued companies in order to get returns in excess of what the market provides, which is 7 to 10%. Now, a lot of people try to be active investors, but I'd say most people fail in beating the overall market. So at the end of the day, he says that most people are better off being passive investors. And then there's the speculators, which he compares them to people that just bet. You see a company that's very hyped up and you put money into it hoping it's gonna go up. You don't know about the value behind the company, what the company does, whether it has any intrinsic value. And I think even though, sure, there's people that do their research, understand the technology, I'm sure there's some people that do that when it comes to crypto. I think most of the people putting their money in cryptocurrencies fall under the speculator definition that Ben Graham gives. One of the things I've heard with Bitcoin more specifically is that it's gonna replace the dollar. And so I could make a whole nother video of why I believe Bitcoin is not gonna replace a currency. But long story short, that's just a speculation. It's not based on facts, it's not based on history. And so I don't wanna base my long-term investing on a speculation like that. So that's another reason why I'll stay away from crypto for now. So I think the last reason I would give is that I see a lot of similarities in today's crypto market and in the late 90s, early 2000s with the dot-com bubble. Back then, people were investing in everything that had to do with the internet, leading to insane market values. And there'd be times that companies that had nothing to do with the internet would put .com at the end of their names and their valuations would skyrocket. They were speculating on the concept of the internet being the next big thing rather than investing in the intrinsic value that a company had. And I feel like that's what's happening with crypto today. People are investing in an idea that blockchain is gonna be the next big thing, rather than investing in the utility and the intrinsic value that each coin has. And it's important to keep in mind that, yeah, Amazon and Apple were very successful. They survived the crash, but most of the companies failed or they never got back to the market cap that they had in their peak. So Cisco Communications still hasn't recovered 21 years later. If you had money then when the crash happened, you probably haven't gotten your money back and you probably will never. So my advice would be, keep in mind that a lot of these coins, if not most, are not gonna survive and they're probably gonna fail. And if you feel comfortable enough to pick the winners, then go ahead. I don't, and I'd rather play it safe. Again, I'm no expert, I'm no financial advisor. If you do put money into crypto, hopefully you make a ton of money. But I just wanted to give my point of view. And if this video saves one person from putting all his money in Dogecoin and losing it all in a few years, then I provided something to society. And the cool thing about YouTube is that we'll know in a few years if I can be called the Oracle of Venezuela, or if I'm just gonna be a failure with my fiat money. But I'll leave you guys with one of my favorite quotes from Warren Buffett, which is, be fearful when others are greedy, but be greedy when others are fearful. Take that quote and do whatever you want with it. But if you like this video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Wow.